A sea mystery. It's the last day of the holiday, said Kipper. I've seen something I want to buy before we go home. Kipper took Biff and Chip to an old shop. Inside, it looked dark and dusty. In the window was a model of a fishing boat. I want to buy that boat, said Kipper. The shop was full of things for boats. An old man sat in the corner. Excuse me, said Chip. We'd like to buy the model boat. How much is it? It's not for sale, said the old man. That boat is a model of my great-grandfather's fishing boat. It was made after he was lost at sea. What happened to him? Asked Biff. No one knows, said the old man. One day he went to sea in his boat and he never came back. The old man began to cough. Now go away. I want to shut the shop, he said. Kipper was upset. He wasn't a very nice man, he said. Never mind, Kipper, said Mom. I'll buy you an iced lolly to cheer you up. The children sat on the sea while eating their lollies. Suddenly, they heard a cough. It was the old man. He was holding a little model rowing boat. What do you want? Asked Biff nervously. I am sorry I was rude, said the old man. I've bought you a present. He gave Kipper the little boat. It's from the model you liked, he said. The little boat was made of wood. It looked very real. It even had a little pair of oars. Oh, thank you, said Kipper. He looked up, but the old man had gone. It's time to go home, I'm afraid, said Dad. Did you see where the old man went? Asked Chip. What old man? Asked Dad. When they got home, the children went to Biff's room. They wanted to play with the model boat. Oh, said Chip, I've broken off an oar. Just then the key began to glow. The children landed in water. The magic key had taken them out to sea. Where are we? Yelled Biff. I'm scared, said Kipper. I'm not a very good swimmer. Suddenly, the oar splashed into the sea next to them. Hold on to the oar, said Biff. It will keep afloat. The children held onto the oar. They floated for a long time. There's nothing but sea, said Biff. I don't like this adventure, said Chip. It began to get foggy. Then they saw a strange shape and through the fog. It was getting bigger and bigger. Now I'm scared, said Biff. A sailing boat came out of the fog. It drifted towards the children. Over here, shouted Chip. Help, yelled Kipper. I can't see anyone, said Biff. As the boat got near, Chip saw a rope hanging into the water. Tie the rope to the oar. Then we can climb on board, said Chip. They climbed up onto the boat. Phew, said Kipper. That was scary. Let's find the crew, said Biff. They can tell us where we are. They looked around. On deck where were nets and baskets of fish. There was an open hatch leading down into the boat. Maybe they are down below, said Chip. The children went down into a large cabin. It was lit by lamps. There was a big table in the middle of the cabin. The table was set for dinner. In the corner, a big pot of stew was bubbling away from a stove. On a stove. On the table there were 5 mugs of hot tea. This is strange, said Biff. There's nobody on board. There has to be, said Chip. Why would the food be hot? And who lit the lamps? Asked Skipper. Suddenly there was a loud crash above them. The boat shook. The children ran up on deck. The fog had gone. It was windy. The crash must have been the sail, said Biff. It has caught the wind. The boats turned around, said Chip. The boat started to move quickly. I tried to steer it, said Biff. Good, said Chip. I'll tie down the sail. Keeper, go to the front and look out. Look out, shouted Keeper. Rocks! Hold on, shouted Biff. She turned the wheel hard. Chip fell over, but the boat missed the rocks. What? That was close, yelled Keeper. The boat sailed on. Suddenly, Keeper saw the rowing boat. Rowing boat. In it were 2 men and a boy. They were waving. Help us, they shouted. We can't row. We've only got 1 oar. Chip pulled up the oar. He threw it to the man. They caught the oar. Then the man rowed to the boat and climbed on. Who are you? Asked Biff. I'm Captain Turbot. This is Flounder, and the boy's called Shrimp, said the captain. This is our boat, the Barnacle. What happened to you? Asked Keeper. We were about to eat, said Flounder. Shrimp was pulling up the last net when he struck a rock and he fell in. We got in the boat to help him, said the captain, but we only had 1 oar. We couldn't row back. Where did you find our oar? Asked Shrimp. It's a mystery, said the captain. We always keep the oars in the rowing boat. Chip thought about the model. It is a mystery. He said. Suddenly the magic key began to glow. The magic took them back to Biff's room. Oh no, said Keeper. We left the oar. They looked at the model boat. It had both its oars. It's a mystery, said Chip. The end.